right, y'all. This gonna be a short video tonight. Just wanted to share a couple of things. Just was thinking about a particular scripture and just something that's going on with my life, and was kind of just looking at how busy things were for me today. I wasn't feeling well a couple of days, and I ended up just trying to take some time. And so I came across a scripture, and it's Ecclesiastes 3. And it's a really common scripture, a time for everything. So 1 through 8 says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace with a time and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. And I was really just thinking about today. I had multiple meetings back to back, and then I tried to log out of one meeting, like I was getting ready to come out of one Zoom meeting, and I tried to log into another one. And in the midst of doing that, it made me actually have my mic on. And so they were like, you got your mic open. So I ended up closing it, and I laughed because I said earlier today, I thought, I need to free up some time. Like, I don't know whether I might need to come off of a committee or come out of a particular organization, but I've thought about the fact that time management. And so I just wrote down tonight, time management. Are you preparing yourself for the position for which you are praying for? And in this group, we're asking and praying that God would give us insight on marriage. And mainly my channel is to talk about steps to get to that. And so I wrote down a couple of things. What are you willing to take off of your plate? In order to be able to avail yourself for marriage or relationship, you have to be able to have time for that relationship. And at 50 years old, or 40 or 50 or 60 years old, most people in that age bracket already have like things in place in their life that they do on a daily basis, on a regular basis. And so finding the time to assure that you can develop and cultivate a relationship is important. It's not just going to happen. You're going to have to make that time. So what things might you need to take off of your plate right now? And then I have what are you practicing for when you get in the game? That's a good one. What are you practicing? Like, what practices are you putting in place before you get in the game? As a former athlete, I practiced to be able to play 40 minutes. And oftentimes, because I was one of the, not bragging or pat myself on the back, which I will, but because I was one of the better players, oftentimes I would play 40 minutes. And when I say play 40 minutes, like the coach might take me out and give me a 20-second or a 30-second rest, but I was right back in the game. And if we went into overtime, I definitely was going to be playing at that point. So, but I had to practice to get to be that player that the coach could depend on me for 40 minutes. So as a woman who is, and I think tonight, I'll just make it in general tonight, and then maybe I'll come back and do another video specifically. But for a woman that is saying that you want to be a wife, what are you doing to practice to prepare for that role? For those, and I'll say to be a wife because honestly, most men are not, they don't want to get married. That's not a desire for them. So it would have to be something that is urged upon them based upon the woman that he meets. And so, yeah, I guess I would have to just make this video for the ladies, because most of the men that are in our age bracket, they are not interested in getting married. But I would have to say, power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so you have to speak what you expect. And I can just say that I expect that God is going to send the man that is for me. And he's going to be on his journey, doing what he's supposed to be doing on his purpose. And along that journey, he will then meet me. So that's what you have to speak as well, ladies. So even though there might be a shortage, there's not a shortage when it comes to the one that is going to be for me. I also wrote, are you reading? Are you learning? Are you growing and developing? What things are you doing? Like, I'm reading a couple of books about marriage and relationship. And actually, I may come back and share those just to give people some resources as you walk out this particular part of your journey. I am right now, I had a major flood in my house a couple of years. No, last year I had a major flood, and I've still been making repairs. And so, in the process of me making those repairs, I've been throwing away a lot of stuff, like getting rid of things, cleaning out some things. I plan to get a dumpster this summer, and I'm going to get rid of a lot of things. A portion of my not wanting to get rid of some of it is because my mother had written some handwritten notes to me, and in the process of moving from one house to the other, I've misplaced those letters, and I really didn't want to throw away the boxes because I couldn't locate those things. But I have decided that in order for me to make room for my mate, I got to get rid of some stuff, because whether the opportunity was for him to be in the space with me or for me to be in the space with him, there are some things I just can't take with me. And that's a story for another day, but just that might be a tidbit for somebody. Maybe you're just supposed to clean out a portion of your space. And then one of the things I wrote, I tease my girlfriends all the time. I said, have you informed your girl squad? Like, have you informed your friends that, hey, or for the guys, if you've met a lady that she is a part of your life and you are looking at possibly seeing her in it long term, have you set aside some time to tell the guys, hey, I ain't going to be able to hang out with y'all like I used to? As a single man, we can go to the bar, we can hang at the cigar bar, we can shoot pool, we can go bowling, we can go putt, we can go fishing, we can go hunting, we can do that all the time, and I don't have to make time for her. But if you end up having someone in your life, you're going to have to make time for that. Ladies, have you talked to your girlfriends and told them that you ain't going to be able to hit all the social events that are out there? My girlfriends and I, we've been teasing about it, because I think around 2023, I told them, I said, hey, Bay is coming in 2024, and I'm getting married in 2025. I started saying that. And so my girlfriends were like, okay, you about to make a believer out of me. And what I was doing, and I jokingly shared this with them, but I have shared with them that when my husband comes, there is going to be a time that I am going to set aside some specific time for him. But I won't have the time to be on the phone and hanging out with them. And sometimes, like when I'm around the house now, I'm folding clothes, and I might be cleaning up, or I might be cooking, and I'm on the phone with them. And I was sharing with them that there's going to come a time that I ain't going to be able to be hanging on the phone with y'all. And I'm so serious about that. Even though I'm laughing about it, it's fun. We got a running joke that's going. But, I really do plan to assure that anyone in this age bracket, especially if it's a man that has chosen a woman, he's choosing out of companionship. It's not just out of love. He is choosing that he wants to have that type of companionship with him. He wants someone that is in his space and he's in theirs. And at this age, it's already just a rarity that you would find that, and that he would want someone that he feels is, I think, deserving of occupying that space with him. So just thinking about that scripture, and like I said, I was thinking about myself with time management. Like, what does that look like? Because I do have quite a few meetings and things of that sort. I sit on a couple of boards, and I've really tried to reduce some of those responsibilities. Some of it has been based upon the connections that my children have, and it benefits me as a mother who is connected to those organizations to ensure that some of the things that my children get a chance to benefit from are there because of my own community service. And so I just wanted to come on and share that with you guys. Also, As of today is March the 31st. As of tomorrow, I am going to officially launch my channel. That means that I am going to officially share it with my family, my friends. I'm going to put it out there in organizations that I'm a part of. And I'm just praying that you guys be in prayer with me, that as I do that, that I will have many people to do what I'm going to ask you to do right now, which is click like, share it with a friend, and subscribe. Have a great night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at the lunch.